What's up, world? This is Coach Jay here. Just wanted to come on here for a brief moment on this beautiful Tuesday and just talk about something that was on my heart, on my mind, as it relates to school age children. I know everyone is excited about young people going back to school, whether you're excited because they get the opportunity to learn or you're excited because you get an opportunity to have your house back, get some of your light bill money back, and some of your food money back. We all are excited and ecstatic about young people going back to school. Again, I'm Coach Jay here. If you're on Facebook watching, please hit like, please hit share. If you're on YouTube watching, please hit like, share, hit the notification, subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. But again, I want to talk about something that hit my mind as it relates to school age children and children in general as it relates to the benefits of affirmations. What I began to do on this year, and today was my son's first day back at school, but what I started to do and be intentional about doing is doing some affirmations with the little guy. Affirmations at bedtime and then affirmations first thing in the morning. We know that sending our children off to school is not easy. We send them off and we hope and we pray that the school will keep them safe. We hope and pray that they will build good relationships with good peers and have good peer influences. We also pray and hope that they will have good teachers that will believe in them, that will pour into them, and that will treat them fair, treat them with respect, no different than we would in our homes. However, it's not always the case, right? We cannot control other children. We cannot control how teachers show up, and sometimes teachers, they carry their lives with them if they're not skilled enough to realize that they have to sort of like deal with their own issues and make sure they don't carry any baggage from their own personal life into the classroom. But it's not always that easy, and I can understand how some teachers can probably, carry some frustration from home into the classroom because teachers have children, teachers have families, teachers have lives that are real just like we do. And so none of us are perfect. However, what I want to do is share briefly, just quickly, about four solid things that using affirmations can do for your child in a very positive way. And you can utilize these with your children. You can utilize these with your nieces, your nephews, anyone that you interact with that's a young person that you feel like can benefit from affirmations. Um, so one of the benefits of an affirmation for a young person is this: it boosts their self-esteem and self-confidence. One benefit, again, from positive affirmations for a young person is that it boosts their self esteem and their self confidence. Um, One thing that we do not want when we know our young people are influenced by their peers is for them to show up at school and lack self esteem and lack self confidence. I believe the more confident they are, the more positive that they feel about themselves, that can give them the courage to fight against bullying, give them the tools that they need to not be easily influenced in a negative way when it comes to peer influence. And it also gives them the strength and the capacity to stand up for themselves and know who they are as an individual. And so, again, when you're thinking about positive affirmations, it's bigger than just repeating something positive. You may think, well, it's just repeating something positive, but there's benefits to rehearsing in the mind something that is positive. And as we can see, one benefit for a school age child when it comes to positive affirmations is it boosts their self esteem and their self confidence. The second thing is this: it causes them to believe in themselves and their own ability. All right, positive affirmation causes school age children and children in general to believe in themselves and their own abilities. And we want to generate, create, build up young leaders. But we will not build up leaders if we do not have young people who believe in themselves and their own abilities. That's how we create followers. When we have young people who do not believe in themselves and their own abilities, they're going to always be followers. They're going to always tend to follow the young person or the most popular one at school. They're going to always tend to follow. And so you feel like your child is struggling with being a leader, struggling with being a follower and not gravitating to being a leader, then here again is a tool that you can use to cultivate that leadership within them. And that's by using positive affirmations and having them to rehearse positive affirmations about themselves. Another thing is that it encourages a positive mindset and a growth mindset, especially when it comes to school-age children. That's a very crucial developmental stage. The brain is still developing. The brain can still be rewired, and so we want to make sure that we are creating a positive growth mindset and a positive mindset in general. We don't want our young people to look at life and look at anything as too hard, too difficult, because that creates boundaries and parameters in their life in terms of what they feel like they can and can't do. And we want our young people to always have the growth mindset. We want them to always feel as though there's more that they can accomplish. There's more that they can attain. There's more than that they can reach for. And again, another way that you can do that is by using positive affirmations. And there's sort of like two sides to affirmation. There are affirmations that you can do as a parent where you're speaking over the life of your child. And I do those. I speak to him and tell him affirmations about himself, and I have him to repeat them. And then you can also give them the opportunity to speak positive affirmations about themselves. And so they get to see you as a parent speaking positively into their life and over, and then they get the opportunity to use their own language to speak over their own life using their own words in a very positive way for themselves. And so again, we got 3 very good points right now as it relates to the benefits of positive affirmations for school-age children. It boosts their self-esteem and their self-confidence. It causes them to believe in themselves and their own abilities. A lot of times young people fail to realize that they have abilities, right? Because depending on your parenting style, you could show up so domineering and so overprotective that they only feel like they can ask you for the answers or the direction that they need. When in actuality, that cripples and sort of like create this complex to where they're always dependent upon you as the parent. And I know we may not do it intentionally and hope that that's the result we get, but that can be the outcome when we are only allowing them to do what we want them to do in terms of how to go about doing certain things. Allow your children to explore in a very safe manner. Allow them to fail in a very safe manner, because that's going to teach them what their abilities are, what their capabilities are, what they are able to do, what they're not able to do. And then when you're creating that positive growth mindset, even when they fail or even when they learn a lesson around something, they're going to keep trying because you're creating that positive growth mindset. And all of this comes from this tool that we're talking about here, which is, positive affirmations and the benefits of positive affirmations. And then the third thing is it encourages that positive growth mindset and a positive mindset in general. And then also the fourth thing and last point is it promotes positive self-image and positive self-worth. Again, a lot of times when it comes to bullying, even when it comes to suicide, a lot of times our young people may feel a certain kind of way in their own skin. They may be dealing with some when it comes to sexuality, when it comes to their weight, when it comes to their height, when it comes to their skin, when it comes to their race. We don't know. But when it comes to positive affirmation, we are learning now that it can be a tool that can create positive self-image and positive self-worth. We want our children to show up at school and know exactly who they are and be comfortable in their own skin, love themselves for who they are. It doesn't mean that if they want to make changes, in terms of their weight, or if they feel like they have acne and they want to clear their skin up, doesn't mean they can't make changes. But what we don't want is them to go to school and feel like they're less than and somebody is better or greater than them because they don't look the same, because they don't show up the same, because they don't talk and communicate the same, because they don't learn the same. Whatever level your child may be on, we want them, and they should have positive self-image and positive self-worth around who they are as an individual. And one way to go about doing that is utilizing positive self-image. So let me give you a few examples of some things that you can say when it comes to positive affirmations. And I like to use the I am and then put something after the I am. That's how I have my son to do it. And so we may start with saying, I am great, and then he'll repeat, I am great. And then we may say, I am confident, and he'll repeat, I am confident. And then we may say, I am kind. He'll repeat, I am kind. And then I may say, I am a leader, and then he'll repeat, I am a leader. And you'll be surprised how you see the change in disposition in their body language and their facial expressions when they are repeating these positive things that they may have not heard before. They may not have heard, you particularly say they were special. They may not have heard in particular somebody say that they are a leader, And if you're a mentor, a coach, or something like that, at home, we don't know how their home life are. Maybe they've never been told that they're loved, that they've never been told they're kind. And we know if you tell a person something long enough, they will become it. Words have power. And so that's the power of the positive affirmations. And so being that we're just getting back in the school year, I would like to see all young people experience success on the level that they're able to experience success and achieve success. And this is one way, as a parent, mentor, coach, or counselor, aunt, uncle, whatever the case may be, if you're around children, this is a way to where you can instill something positive in them. You can give them some meaningful ways to grow and develop in a positive way so that they can have a great experience during this school year. We don't want to hear about the fights and, the drama and the bullying only, but we want to hear about the positive things that go on at school. And I believe that the more young leaders that we have, the more young people that we have with self-worth, self-confidence, the more young people that we have that understand their own abilities and who they are as individuals, I believe that we will have a better school environment to where bullying will not be as impactful and successful at damaging young people. And so let us all begin to encourage young people, and we can begin with positive affirmation. Again, I'm one as a coach who's going to always say this: I don't want to talk about an issue and not talk about a solution. So here I am presenting you and myself with a solution to some of the problems. It may not be the end all, cure all, be all to solving all of the issues, but it's a step in the right direction. And so if you're a parent, trust me, do the positive affirmations with your child when they go to bed and when they wake up. And another thing, a good classmate of mine, therapist, Monique Johnson Hill, she's recently married. She said it's important also to not fuss at your child first thing in the morning before they go to school, or chasten your child first thing in the morning when they go to school, because it can have a damper upon their day. If it can wait, wait until they get home that afternoon to address something that needs to be addressed. And I've been sort of like a victim of fussing in the morning and creating energy that is not beneficial to send my son off to school with. And so I just wanted to drop that nugget at the end here to just encourage you around that. Do the affirmations at night before bed with your child, and also first thing in the morning when they wake up. And I believe that you will begin to see a difference. And even when you do the affirmation, if you want to just pause and talk about it, unpack it a little bit more to make sure it's sticking, then you can do just that. You may say, repeat after me, I am a leader. And they say, I'm a leader. And then you may ask them a question, tell me what you think about leading and how can you lead at school? Or you may say, I am a great friend. And they say, I'm a great friend. And you may ask them, well, what does it look like to be a great friend at school? And so you can do it many different ways to make sure it sticks so that they can go out and they can get a good, what is a civilization grade? I think they don't do conduct like it was back when I was in school. I think they call it like civilization or something, at school now. I'm not 100% sure, but I always got a good conduct grade. I talk a little bit in the classroom, cut up a little bit, but I always got a decent conduct grade. I wasn't disruptive. So again, that's all I have for you on today. Again, the 4 points. Benefits of positive affirmations to school-age children. It boosts their self-esteem and self-confidence. It causes them to believe in themselves and their own abilities. It encourages a positive mindset and a growth mindset. And it promotes self-image and self-worth. And I will add this last caveat as I'm closing and ending here. Your child is not too old to benefit from affirmations. And what I mean by that, you may say, well, my child, he's in high school, she's in high school. This doesn't matter. We have high school students who don't know who they are, who have self-worth and self-image issues. And so don't feel as though because your child is in school that they cannot benefit from positive affirmations and benefit from your positive words spoken to them and over them as a parent. Let us all begin to lead and lead with love. Let us create a world that has the sense of humanity again, because I believe that is something that we are losing by the day. And so that's my message to everyone. I hope that you have benefited from them. If you watched the replay, please hit like, please hit share. If you participated and showed up here in this space today, I hope that you take some back with you and utilize it. Share with somebody else in your community, in your tribe, in your circle that could benefit from it. But peace out. That's all Coach J got for y'all today. I'll chat with you later.